Hello everyone, my name is Decalink the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to Panzer Hearts. Now that we're only doing 2 visual novels as far as I know, Tennis Ace and this game should probably be wrapping up fairly quickly. I took a peek at someone else's playthrough, I don't remember who. I didn't watch like what happened, but I looked at their playlist to see how many episodes it was, and there's only a few more left. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, but I guess we'll find the fuck out now, won't we? I wake the next morning after finally having a little sleep without nightmares. Mom's already in our usual spot. I give up on breakfast. Instead, I try to sneak past her as quickly as possible, nearly at the door when she spots me. "Bastion, where are you going?" "I'm going to work, Mom." "I'm going to work, Mom," as I do every morning. "Oh, I see." Oh, Jesus, she breaks into a fit of coughing. "You okay, Mom?" "I'm fine, Bastion." "Okay, and I'm off to work. Bye." "Goodbye, my son." Jesus Christ. A prick of guilt hits me as I grab my bike, but I had to get out of there. Nowadays, Mom just makes me anxious. She's like a living dead, and it irritates me. Oh, God damn it. You're getting irritated by your fucking failing health, Mom. It's so fucked. As I have some extra time, I take a little detour and bike past the cinema, Frederick's Gate, and Markenbühnen. In my mind, I see fighter planes firing cannons over Frederick's Gate, tanks rolling over Markenbühnen and smashing the statues to pieces. Could something like that happen? Could our great city be destroyed? The greatness of Thebe is evident. Seeing the city and its magnificent architecture has always made me feel like I'm a part of something bigger, like I belong somewhere, like there's something greater, something pure. But can something achieved by violence be pure? I learned in the youth program that blood, soil, and the gods are the foundations of our great nation. From pure ingredients arise the might and wealth of our empire, but if the purity is lost... Yeesh. Oh, fuck. The night shift left a bunch of mess again. God damn it. I arrive at the factory and go to the assembly hall. What's this mess again? How could the night shift be so dirty? Han said they're lower-class citizens. Why would they be allowed to work in the factory if that's the case? This is nothing less than decisively important work for the final victory. It's not suited for those kinds of people. Oh. Bastion, what's wrong? You seem so agitated. Yes, I am. Why is this place such a mess yet again? How are we supposed to create the means for our final victory when our facilities aren't respected the slightest bit? What are the lower-class workers doing? Bastion, everyone has a part to play in the great empire. You shouldn't question the decisions of our leadership like that, especially not so loudly. It's not proper conduct. Or do you want to get in trouble? No, that's not what I meant. They're hindering the machinery of the empire. Isn't that a grave problem? Bastion, instead of complaining, you could have already started cleaning up this mess. Less questions and more work. But I have a point here. Do you understand, mechanic? Yes, I understand. Good, now get to work. Why isn't he listening to me? This is so stupid. Angry, I kick a turret piece. It really, really hurts. Those bastards. Fucking bouncing. I grab my toe, hopping on one foot, and stumble over another tank piece. And we're on the floor again. My balance has betrayed me again. Oh, Kosu Foxen. Thank you for subscribing, I guess. I think that's what that means. It happens so fast, I don't have time to react before my head hits the floor. Stars shoot across my vision. Mind blows and I faint. We fainted? Holy shit. Is that a fucking teddy... Hold on a minute. Is that a teddy bear? That's a fucking teddy bear. The fuck is a teddy bear doing here? I wake up to my head hurting like it had been devoured by Amit. From the floor, something catches my eye, something nestled snugly inside a broken caterpillar track. Oh, hey! I was supposed to catch the teddy bear. I grab it, it's soft, and pull it out. A rugged toy bear? It's sticky, covered in grease and blood? What is this doing here? Why would a kid play with such a disgusting toy? Yuck! I throw the bear away as far away as possible and get up. It's a bit of a risk after hitting my head so hard, but I manage to stand with a slight struggle. I sigh. The room is still a mess. Oh, look at us moving from side to side, cleaning up as we do from time to time. I gotta do with the thing that I do. I gotta take a poop. I start cleaning. Okay, just some small stuff left. And that cursed bear. How did it get here? I'm glad I got it all done before Hans showed up. I got it covered. Get some lunch now, you hard worker, you. Yes, sir. The noise of the cafeteria hits me like a wall, and my head starts to throb. You'd think the factory noise would have been louder than the lunchroom, but my gaze drifts over to the officer's lounge, and I notice Conter. To my surprise, he waves me over. I head to the lounge and hesitantly open the door. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Bastian, how are you, my good boy? Colonel, I'm fine, sir. I just cleaned an assembly hall of a mess left by the night shift. The officers trade awkward looks. I shouldn't have said that. Well done, mechanic. Just don't mention the night shift here. It ruins our appetite. Whoa. God, as if calling them lower class citizens wasn't bad enough. You just said the mere mention ruins your appetite. My God. Yeah, I don't feel like eating when you think how rotten day, yeah. Dismissed, Bastian. Yes, sir. What the fuck, man? That is so fucked up. I leave the officer's lounge and head straight out of the cafeteria. I don't feel like eating anymore. Wow. I need some air. I burst outside and lean against the factory wall, gasping. After a few seconds, I start to calm down. I gaze up and see birds in the sky sailing around without a care. It's a sunny day once you get past the smoke. And when the birds fly past the sun, it almost looks like they disappear. What is that wonderful scent? Hello, Bastian. Nefer, hello. I wasn't expecting to see you here. I was just taking a breather, had a busy morning. Is everything okay? You seem troubled. I'm fine. Just a hard day at work. What are you doing here? I came to see Daddy. I need money for a new dress. What's wrong with the dress you're wearing right now? You look great in it. Oh, silly. It's for an audition tomorrow. The director of The Great Love wants me in his new film. Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations, Nefer. Thank you, Bastian. I gotta go now. See you later. Nefer starts to leave, but I don't want her to. Not yet. Nefer, wait. Would you like to do something fun later today? Well, sure, I suppose. What do you want to do? How about a walk along Victory Avenue? That sounds delightful. How about 5 o'clock? Oh, yes, I'll see you then. See you, soldier boy. Ah, soldier boy. What a catchy song ruined by such a shit person. Rest of the day passes without further incidents. I do some more cleaning and run some errands. I don't see Astrid, even though I went looking for her. I wonder where she is. I get to Victory Avenue only a few minutes early. It's a curious place. Statues of former emperors, characters from old tales, prominent soldiers from different eras, and, of course, the gods line the walk. I sit against a statue of Anubis and enjoy the sun on my face. Bastian! Whoa, man. How do you like my new dress? I put it on just for you. This is the same one I'll use tomorrow at the audition. Nefer spins on her toes, her dress lifting up a bit. It's already short, and it's already short. That sight and the fact I can already sense the alluring scent of Nefer makes my body react immediately. And I'm quite sure I failed to hide it. It looks great, man. Just fucking compliment her. Jesus. Nefer is happy of your answer. Nefer flashes a wide smile and does another spin. Thank you, Bastian. You always dress so well, especially compared to the factory workers I spend most of my time with. What's that statue? Why is he holding up his hand like that? He looks silly. This one? Oh, Albert the Bear. He does look silly, I have to admit. Kind of like our Albert the Architect. The one building the grand new Thaber. He's become so close to the Emperor that has a lot of power now. Yes, I heard some people talking about it, that an architect shouldn't have that much influence over our Emperor. Luckily, we don't have to worry about it, as the Emperor knows what is best for the Empire. That is true. We must place our unwavering trust on the Emperor. Long live the Empire, long live the Emperor, let Anubis guide our way. Feels a bit off saluting the Empire on such an informal occasion. Nefer must really be devout to the cause, but so are we all. This is a funny place. It's so full of history, it feels like we stepped into the past. Unlike the Citizens Hall, that'll feel like we jumped into the future. It'll be an impressive building, truly a symbol of our greatness. There, 180,000 people will be able to hear the Emperor speak. That's amazing! That is amazing. Jesus, that's bigger that's like bigger than 2 AT&T stadiums. Jesus Christ. Well, it's as big as 2 AT&T stadiums, as I should say. I can't wait for the war to be over so we can finally move on with our lives. But the war is also giving us great opportunities. At the audition tomorrow, I'm going to do a fight scene with another actor. I get to wear a uniform and carry a gun. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the war is so much fun. I just think of the battle I took part in. I was hit by a bullet that came from a gun I didn't even see. All I was trying to do was run for my life. I couldn't do anything. It feels so random. War is war, Bastion. War is tough. It's not supposed to be fun. We need strong soldiers who's ready to give up their lives for the Empire. You did the right thing. And you lived. You should be happy about it, not complaining about how tough it is. It's tough for everyone. Yes, I guess you're right. I guess the injury did do something for Tim. I guess the injury did do something to me. I haven't been quite the same since. It feels like I lost something. I don't feel so secure anymore. Well, snap out of it. You can't stay stuck in the past. You have to try to be strong. Can our country survive if we tolerate weakness? Damn. Never being very harsh. I feel like I can't be honest without being criticized. How am I supposed to talk with her? You have to understand. You've never experienced war. You haven't felt it. The fear, the smell of guns and blood, the sound of a gun behind you in the short moment before you realize you've been hit with a bullet, and how about the soldiers who happen to take a direct hit from a grenade launcher? It's impossible to recognize them afterwards. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. But I think many of our comrades were afraid too, just nobody wanted to show it. You think it's easy here then? You think it's easy going through rationing? You think it's easy to hear every day you should work tirelessly for the home front? I have worked so hard to get where I am. I have been to so many auditions even that I can't even count them anymore. And you know what I hear the most? That I don't look happy enough. Jesus. Comparing auditions to the fucking war. Like, I have PTSD, but I'll never claim I have the same version of PTSD that a fucking soldier has. That I don't seem careless enough to make the viewer feel like he can relax for a while. As an actress, I should be able to take the viewer away from his tough everyday life. Maybe it's a soldier who gets to see a movie before going to his last battle. Maybe it's a wife waiting for her husband to come home. You don't think there's fear on the home front? I've trained every day to become better, to be able to help people in my own way. Now I'm finally so close. And I'm going to enjoy it, whether you think it's good or not. Oh, Nefer, I'm sorry. I've never thought about it that way. I guess I was so focused on myself and my own fears that I forgot the bigger picture. Like in your last film, at the end, when the man flies away and the woman is letting him go, both are making a sacrifice. Yes, they are. You know what? I had my tough phase too. I struggled a lot with auditions when I realized I have to fit the role. In my case, it's obvious because I'm an actress, but we all play a role in some way. We're all part of a large machine turning with the tide of history. History is making its biggest return ever right now. We're building an empire that will decide the future of the human race. We're part of that machine. We all play our role, and that decides whether we will succeed or not. Do you feel the same way, Bastion? I mean, both of these fucking answers have merit. Yes, I do. I'm going to play my part in the final victory. Yes, all people have to play their part, and their part, you know, can be an actress, can be a soldier, can be a factory worker, could be a guy bagging eggs at the fucking grocery store. Everyone plays their part towards the final goal, and if your goal is the final victory, you know, whether or not it's right or wrong, I don't know the geopolitical circumstances at the time. All I know is that our empire is trying to do something. I don't know. And then being parts in a machine, it just seems wrong to me. Shouldn't we be individuals too? I mean, yeah, obviously. You shouldn't all just be parts in a machine. You should be seen as people. But that isn't really responding to her thing. She didn't say we're just people. She said every person makes sacrifices. And those sacrifices go towards the greater goal. So I guess in terms of responding to her situation, yes, I do, would be the proper answer. I'm glad you feel the same. Together we'll build an empire that'll stand the test of time. I'm very happy I've been able to keep working after my injury. I was so afraid I wouldn't be able to serve the empire anymore. Your father, he really saved me. Oh, Jesus. Could you back up a little bit there? You're freaking me out. Yes, my father. He's a great man. Listen, Bastion, I have to tell you something. What is it, Nefer? I just feel... Maybe this is something I should tell you. It is... As you've all become such good friends with him, I think you should know... Suddenly Nefer seems really anxious. What is it? Now I'm getting worried. Just tell me, please. You must promise me you won't tell anyone. And I am not Contra's real daughter. Whoa! Holy shit! I'm from Pestelia. During the Grand War, the Empire's army attacked my village. My parents died in an artillery barrage that hit our home. Contra found me in the ruins. I was just a baby, and I was all alone. Contra saved me and raised me as his own. He's always been very kind to me. I felt I'm truly his daughter. He even gave me a noble name so I wouldn't stand out from the other upper-class children. I don't know what my name was before. All that said, I still have this fear that I'm not real, you know? Damn! Nefer, but you are real. You are very real. Even if you're not his biological daughter, you're still real. You are socially his daughter. That's just as real. Yes, but my true parents were from the East. I have different blood running through my veins. Lower class blood. Oh my god. Does that make me less real? Elitist pig. I'm stunned. Nefer is the brightest flower of the Empire. She looks like she's a member of the old bloodline dating all the way back to our original home in the South. She acts in a noble manner. She speaks correctly. She has the right name, the right kind of clothing, and the right kind of family. And her scent, it must be the sign of her purity and cleanliness. How could she at the same time be a lower class citizen like the people from the East? Bastion, please answer me. Do you really think it's a matter... It doesn't matter that I'm from the East? Never. I've never talked about these kinds of things. It's not normal to talk about these kinds of things. What about the war and the conquering of Eastern Territory for living space? That's my original homeland. But I cannot call it home anymore. Never. I don't really know what to say. I don't think there's anything wrong with you. There's visible fear in Nefer's eyes. I need to reassure her more. And you bring so much joy to the people with your acting and your energetic spirit. You certainly don't in any way seem like you're not a true citizen of the Empire. Everyone thinks you're the daughter of a great colonel. There's no way anyone would think otherwise. Niffer looks at me, plain relief on her face. You're right. You are perfectly right. This soothes me. Come on, let's walk down the avenue of Montu. Jesus, I've never been so fucking... Ugh. Ugh. As a voice actor, you can't always pick your lines, but Jesus Christ. I am lower class. What am I gonna do? Yeah. Back then, it was a little more than just, like... If the class system was fucking terrible and what led to more death and poverty and long-term lasting effects that still pervade our society to this day than could be explained in a fucking novel, not just a visual novel. But denying its effects would be even fucking more stupid. In her mind, she is a product of the class system. She is a product of it because it was put upon her. She easily would lose everything if she was exposed. Not saying it's right, not saying it excuses anything. All I'm saying here is that what I'm making fun of is the system itself, not the struggle she faces. Because whether or not it's fucking right or wrong, it's wrong to believe there's lower class citizens. Like, economically, there can be differences. But no one is less than anyone else, no matter, depending on the blood in their fucking veins. But in this time period, if she was ever exposed as a lower class citizen, she'd be taken from her home. She would never be able to get a job. She would be her lifestyle would be completely ruined. And, I can imagine some people saying that she deserves that because of the way she's encouraging the class system, but the class system is out of her control. I don't know. I think it sounds weird to say, but in this moment, it is impossible to rid the world of the impact of the class system. We are slowly getting to that point in our real world, but this is alternate history 1930s, okay? Like, things were way more fucked than just the class system back then, so... Fuck. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. This is way too goddamn complicated. There's a part of me that says, like, everyone who got it easy just because of their daddy's money deserve to have fucking real life put upon them. Like, guess what? Not all life is like this, and if you think you're better than anyone else, then guess what? You work at McDonald's for the rest of your fucking life. Or something like that. That just sounds vengeful towards people with wealth. But it's not. It's vengeful against people who think they're better because of wealth. I mean, some countries mandate that you have military service. Maybe we should mandate that people have retail service. So you get an appreciation for real working class citizens so that people don't feel that they're above or below anyone else if everyone has to do it. I mean, I've fucking worked for Goodwill, and, they have their charitable programs even if they're fucking screwing the beneficiaries of those charitable works out of what they could be getting, and they don't know how to run a fucking company, and they treat their workers like shit. But one practice I did find cool was they take their corporate workers and they send them to different stores and have them, at least for one day a year, work in a store, at a cash register, or at a donation door, something like that. So corporate doesn't feel like they're detached from the actual people who are keeping their company alive, the workers. Obviously, the class system is fucked, but can you really say that she, by thinking she's different from lower class citizens because that's all she's ever been told, really say that she's doing something wrong? She's a byproduct of something that is very wrong, but she's been brainwashed, plain and simple. So harsh reality should be introduced to her, but not through punishment, but through education. I think that would be my solution to that. Anyway, let's move the fuck on. No need for ranting at this point. We exit Victory Avenue and enter the much larger avenue of Montu, surrounded on all sides by construction. Marble in straight lines as far as the eye can see. Some of the buildings are ready. Some have only their foundation laid. In the distance, a huge construction site is visible, dwarfing all the others. When are they going to finish the Triumph Arch? And did the Emperor really move the bodies of the Grand War soldiers here? There were 2 million of them. Why would the Emperor lie about it? He's the one who got us out of the Depression after the Grand War. That is based in fact. After World War I, real-life Germany was so emotionally fucked that you had to take a wheelbarrow full of marks just to go get a loaf of bread. Marks is their currency. He has saved our empire, Bastion. He's building us everlasting peace and prosperity. He has absolutely no reason to lie to his people. He loves us. The Emperor lives for his people, blood and soil, you know. The Emperor wants to show that the men of the previous war didn't die for nothing. Even though the lower class citizens stabbed us in the back at that time and brought us temporary misery, we have risen again. God damn it. Education would really help this shit. Education's like the key to fixing fucking everything. Good quality education that's accessible to all. Fucking get on that shit. And we will not be brought to our knees like that ever again. Ever. Never. Man, fucked up the line, but whatever. A wave of unease hits me. How can Nefer move so quickly from being a vulnerable girl from Pestelia to a devout, patriotic, and confident actress of the Empire? 'Cause she's been brainwashed. Yes, you must be right. Do you get the feeling that things aren't as they seem? Like, that there are some things that we're not supposed to talk about. Official secrets, you know? Nefer looks at me, obviously confused. She rubs her arm uneasily. What do you mean? Isn't what we see the real world? Isn't that arch very real? Aren't the people working there very real? Isn't the might of the Empire very real? Yes, all those things are real. I was talking more about things we can't see. Things in our minds, the intangibles of reality. Intangibles of reality? What does that mean? It was just something I read. I don't remember where. What is it? Bastion? I'm sorry. It's just that I need to tell you something too. What is it? Tell me. Can we walk? Of course. We continue towards the big construction site down south. There are other people along the avenue, but its lanes are mostly populated by construction workers. I have a brother. Had a brother. He died in the great accident of the Lunendorf Zeppelin. By the light of Hathor, the famous one, 10 years ago? Yes, 8 years ago, actually. He was one of the crew members. He was in love with the skies, and it was his first flight. He died living his dream, which I guess is something valuable. It is! He was obviously a brave boy, a brother you can be proud of, Bastion. Yes, he was. I've always felt inferior to him, even now, when he's long gone. I should be the man of the family, but it's not that easy. Especially when my mom is the way she is. Well, what's wrong with your mom? I'd rather not talk about it. Where were we? We drifted off somewhere. Oh yes, you were talking about some intangibles? It sounded way too abstract for me. I don't want to get tangled up in confusing ideas. They only distract you from what's at hand. We need to focus on the real world. We need to work and fight for the Empire, not dwell on deep thoughts. They don't get us anywhere. Jesus. This bitch has been brainwashed to fuck. Action is the true source of power, not thought. Jesus. This isn't like that. I drifted off to my brother because it was my brother who taught me that. Before being accepted into the Air Force Youth Program, he was all about philosophy. Philosophy? But philosophy is dangerous. It puts all kinds of crazy thoughts in your head. Yep, definitely brainwashed. One shouldn't think of their own ego. It's the nation that counts. You have to put your own intentions aside and think of what's best for the nation. As the Emperor said, above all, the unity of a nation's spirit and will are worth far more than the freedom of the spirit and the will of the individual. Wow. That's another sign that this bitch been brainwashed. She can quote the motherfucker with a quote like that. Jesus. Well, I agree with that, but that wasn't my point. My point was there are things we cannot touch, but they are still real. I think we all agree on that. You just mentioned what the Emperor said. Aren't spirit and will also intangible? Well, I guess they are, but he's the Emperor. He knows what's right and what's wrong. If we start to dwell on these deep thoughts, we might go horribly wrong and waste our time, or even worse, become rebellious. I heard it happens to some young people at the universities. You have to watch out, Bastion. Yes, you must be right. I should keep in mind what we're aiming for. The final victory. Nothing should stop us from getting there. These deep thoughts and ideas, maybe there's another time for them. After the war is over. Maybe. But what good would they do then? After the final victory, we're to grow and prosper, expand and flourish. Ideas can change, blood and soil won't. You win. I can't argue with you. I love talking with you, though. You're a little funny sometimes, but I know your heart is in the right place. I like talking with you too, Nefer. That's sad. That was sad. As the night falls, I walk Nefer home. She lives in a very nice neighborhood, smack in the center of the city. Beautiful houses line either side of the street, trees bloom, and bright lamps stand like soldiers to light our way. Even though it's evening, it's quite bright here. Nefer stops in front of a neoclassical building, separated from the others by its grandiose style. It seems to be made completely of marble. A large statue of Anubis stands in the yard, peering at us through the thick iron gates. This is where I live. Jesus, it's like a prison of thought. It looks magnificent. Of course, I wouldn't expect anything else from Colonel Ackerman. Nefer smiles and looks at me. Can't quite read her face. She seems happy, yet anticipating. She draws close, her beguiling scent wafting across my face, and gives me a kiss on the cheek. Then she jumps away, just as if she did something wrong. Almost like a child, she runs through the yard. On the steps, she turns and waves, her smile even bigger now. I wave back. She really is something. On the walk home, I think about Nefer. I can't help but be very attracted to her. Her childishness is adorable, her beauty undeniable, her character strong, and her scent draws me in irresistibly. But at the same time, the conversation felt weird. Why was she so defensive? She makes good points, but they all seem parroted straight from the Emperor or a government official. She's so sure she's right, like there's no possibility for error. She believes in the Emperor, of course. I should too. It's my duty. Why am I having these thoughts? Why can't I be more like Nefer? I have to be more careful not to show my irrational emotions. They will go away in time. I have to stop listening to them. On the other hand, shouldn't I listen to them? Even Nefer said I should follow my instincts. What if they lead me in the wrong direction? What can I do then? I'm home. Why does it feel life stops the minute I come here? I have to get away. I just don't know how. Jesus. Oh, here come the nightmares again. I know this fucking background. The nightmares haunt me again that night. I'm in the battle again, but the dream is different. We charge forward toward the enemy position, and it seems we're finally going to break through. Then, without being able to control myself, I start shooting at my own comrades. One by one, I take them down. I keep shooting until I wake up. Why are the dreams getting worse? Jesus, that tank is really in the shot. Can someone move that thing to the side? We're really trying to get... I'm kidding. Well, this is the next day, which means it's going to be the next episode. I know a majority of this fucking episode was dominated by me ranting about the importance of education and battling affluenza and stupid shit like that and whatever. But anyway, so thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained unprofessional, speaking for the voices in my head when I say, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!